Welcome back. During the 2020 election, every Republican who beat a Democratic candidate in a U.S. House race was either a woman, a veteran, or a minority. As the party gears up for 2024 now, analysts say they are looking to replicate the same success. Political strategists believe that candidates with those backgrounds can win over swing voters. The National Republican Congressional Committee chairman said in a statement, "It's not a secret, it's a fact. To grow the majority, Republicans must identify dynamic candidates with compelling life stories who relate to the voters they are running to represent." Now, some say former President Donald Trump is hoping to use his latest legal troubles to connect with voters who have been wronged by the criminal justice system. Axios reports that Trump's team believes he can make inroads with black voters by pushing an "I'm a victim just like you" narrative. Joining us tonight to discuss are Democratic strategist Adolph Mongo and conservative attorney Terry Johnson. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So this idea, the former president seems to be latching onto it. It's been, from my perspective, mostly discussed on cable news, certain niche media outlets, online. Some would say it makes sense. It's not a secret that many black Americans say that they don't trust the law enforcement community. Others would say that it's problematic, maybe up to offensive, to draw this connection. Adolph, where do you stand?
Listen, he wanted to execute 5 innocent people in New York.
Central Park 5.
Yeah, there's no question. And listen, Donald Trump is trying to play to the mob. All of a sudden, he likes black folks, and he doesn't like anybody, and especially black people. He didn't want black people handling money at his casinos. He's just a bigot and a racist. There's no question about it. But he understands politics, and people dismiss him as, oh, you know, he's crazy. Well, he's crazy like a fox, and that's why you gotta fight him.
Now, Terry, you're chuckling.
I chuckle because, first of all, you know, you talk about Donald Trump and black voters. Number one, I'm just going to say this. I believe I was one of the first people to come out publicly and say Donald Trump was being treated like a black man, and everybody laughed at me. Now I see it, you know, all over the internet, okay? And I say that simply because I look at what Donald Trump has done for African Americans. Look at the HBCUs, right? Donald Trump was the first president to go and say, why do y'all keep coming back? I'm gonna give you something for the next X amount of years so you don't have to keep coming back. No other president has done that. Look at our dollars and our monetary growth as African Americans, businesses, et cetera, under Donald Trump. They have grown. But the bigger question right now that we really have to look at as it relates to him is, go back and look at the numbers, okay? A lot of African Americans voted for Donald Trump last time, and now he has someone to compare his record to. The old question, were you better off under me or are you better off under Biden? And if you look at it,
that's
you know,
funny. That's funny,
it's true.
Man. That's funny. And we look at the black schools. These states in the South owe this historical black colleges $13 billion that they didn't pay them, that they kept the money. And Donald Trump, if he was the leader of the Republican Party, like people believe he is, he could make them pay.
It doesn't work that way legally.
Well, it
no,
works that
it doesn't.
way.
But at least he didn't say. But you know what he didn't say? He never said, "I want my kids."
He let Kwame Kilpatrick out of jail. That's the only thing that he did for black folks.
He let the lady out of Alabama. But you know what he didn't say? He didn't say, "I don't want my kids going to a racial jungle," like the person sitting in the White House now said. We forget about that.
Terry,
you know, the person that was out there campaigning with Strom Thurmond. We forget about that.
Terry, you mentioned that some black Americans did vote for Donald Trump,
Yes,
and that
quite a few.
is true. 90%, though, in 2020 did vote for President Biden.
There's
Why
no
do you
question.
think that is so imbalanced?
Well, here's the thing. Let's look at the numbers. Normally, it's a lot higher. Normally, it's 95.
No,
yeah, 95.
Bush
95.
Bush
I think she asked me. Let me answer this.
Bush
for me.
got a lot of
But he
got a
never
few
hit.
black
But he
votes.
never hit the number that Trump hit. 10% is a high number.
He didn't get 10%.
But
She just said it.
9 out of 10
No,
voting for
somebody else
President
voted.
Biden. Why do you
Right.
think that is?
Well, because, you know, most black voters, not all, but most black voters have a tendency to just do the same habit and vote for people that aren't going to give them anything. In this case, Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. Remember Donald Trump's words, what do you got to lose?
Why would we vote for a racist like Ron DeSantis?
Joe Biden's a racist.
Mitch McConnell.
So only Republicans are racist?
We're looking at the Dixiecrats that became Republicans.
Who-
we looking at
who
people
fo-
that said
who were-
slavery
What
was,
party
was
started the
beneficial.
KKK?
Adolph, do you think
What
it's
party
a...
started the
White
KKK?
folks, white supremacists.
Called Democrats.
Well,
Oh,
let's
that's
keep
a
it a little
different
more recent
Democratic
in
party.
history.
Right.
Adolph, do you think that it is fair to ask whether black Americans are being served by the Democratic Party when they have tended to vote overwhelmingly left?
Listen, we all know that
He won't
most
answer that.
I'm going to answer. Most Democrats take black votes for granted because, you know, Hillary Clinton lost in 2016 because she never mailed not one single piece of literature to Detroiters. She just assumed that black folks is going to vote for her.
That happened with Blanchard. And Engler.
Blanchard, Engler.
It happened again. When
Wait a minute,
you
I was
take
there.
them from...
I'm going to tell you, I'm older than you. And I
Much
know,
older, but it's okay.
And I know what happened with Engler. Blanchard and them didn't think they didn't need the black vote.
Exactly.
And Engler met with Coleman Young, because I worked for Coleman Young. That's
So again,
strategy.
Democrats taking
Oh, that's
advantage of black
strategy.
voters.
Well, Republicans don't even reach out. We got,
But you
they
have the
don't
votes
even
and you
reach
don't
out.
take advantage of it.
But you don't even
The
reach
way
out.
you both
You
are
don't
talking
even
about
reach
the
out.
black vote like it is a tool. Do you
The
think
black
either
vote,
of these
the
candidates...
black vote now in Detroit, this was the Democratic Party, and I'm a Democrat. I'm a loyal Democrat. Democratic Party used Detroit to get power in Lansing and the House and the Senate, and they diluted the vote. That's when this redistricting, and now
all of that, and there's not a
it don't
black
matter.
congressperson from the city of Detroit in a city that's 70%
But
black,
then-
and that's what the Democrats have allowed, and you're
Terry,
okay with
question
that.
for you.
Yeah,
You
I am
mentioned
okay.
Donald
I
Trump's
am.
famous or infamous, depending on where you stand, quote, what do you have to lose? What
Yes.
would you say that black Americans have to gain with Donald Trump?
Nothing.
Well, I could tell you exactly what they
Zero.
have to gain. Number one, jobs. Number two, let's get these cost and
More specifically, though, how is Donald Trump going to lead to jobs?
his policies.
What is his policy?
Let's go back to America first. Let's worry about people that are here as opposed to opening the borders so that anybody can come in and take jobs. And who do they normally take them from? People that look like the three of us.
No, that's not.
That's what happens.
That's not true.
And if you look right now, you ask yourself, if you look at polls that are out there, 56% of African American, 44% of African Americans are unhappy with Joe Biden. 44%. So
Listen,
either they're going to stay home.
We can be unhappy.
They're going to stay home.
We can be unhappy with.
Or
we can be we can be unhappy.
they're going to vote for Trump.
We can be unhappy with folks that take care of us. That
Take
support
advantage of us.
No, but
It's like being in a bad domestic relationship. That's
Listen,
what Joe Biden
but
and the
you
Democrats do
but
to black
you got
people.
You got a party that would lynch black folks right now.
And it's called the Democratic
Called
Party. It's
Republicans.
called Democrats
Called
because
the
you are the
Republicans.
party that started the KKK.
Adolph, what do you
We
think?
Deny
is-
that.
Listen, that's
I
a
want to
different
deny my
party.
past. Go ahead and say it. You want to
Yeah,
deny your past.
Right. You know what? Somebody need to call 911, Southfield EMS, and get Terry out of here.
The truth hurts.
I
The
want to bring it
truth
back
hurts.
to the conversation at hand, which is the potential for the Donald Trump campaign to use his legal troubles as a narrative.
He's a crook. He's a racist. He's a bigot. But I'm gonna tell you what Donald Trump. He's playing chess right now. He's coming here, and he's not doing a debate, which is great, because he probably gonna look back and say, you know what, Reagan. They had Reagan Democrats come and voted for him. The union folks voted for Reagan. Macomb County always been known as Reagan Democrats. So he think he can come here and he can get some votes out of the membership, that's a good strategy. So if the Democrats is not on their P's and Q's, listen.
Where's your president? How come Joe Biden isn't talking about coming out and addressing the union?
Why don't you call Joe Biden and ask him?
Well,
to
he's
come?
your friend. He's your
But
president.
You don't even like the union.
That's not. That is not true. That is far from true. My father worked at GM for 31 years, 9 months, and 4 days before he retired.
You must have
I
fell on your
am
head,
pro-union.
All right, final
That's the
thoughts.
problem.
I want to keep the focus on this conversation.
He's just name calling.
Terry,
He'll be
I'd
okay.
like your final thoughts. And specifically, we've been talking about this idea that's been talked about on cable news, conservative media, online. Are you hearing real people, real voters discuss this identifying with the president because of his legal troubles?
That's a great question. Am I hearing it? Yes, I'm hearing a lot of people laughing and joking, but being serious, how Trump's being treated here, right? Can't get you here, and I'm gonna get you here, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna tie you up so you can't run. All of this is to keep a man off the ballot. The question at the end of the day is, if you think you can beat him and you think this candidate, you know, the one that wants to go to bed, as he says all the time, if your candidate is so much better, you should have nothing to worry about. Why do you not want him on the ballot? Why won't you let him on the ballot?
Well, as the Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, has stated, so far it is up to a court to decide. He's going to be on the ballot.
Robert Davis is suing her, though.
Well,
all right, well, we will be following this, of course.
Thief.
Adolph Mongo and Terry Johnson, thank you so much for your insight, your passion. It is appreciated. We'll see you next time, gentlemen.
Thank you.